Hey guys, very good afternoon to all of you. So we'll just start in like a couple of minutes. We still have a few folks joining in, and we'll just start in like 2 minutes. Okay, so yeah, welcome everyone to today's masterclass on how to start a career in data science. So today's masterclass is essentially for people who are seeking to start a career in data science and want to explore like how it is going to be to start a career in data science in 2025, right? We're almost at the end of the year. So, in today's masterclass, we will cover everything like how data science as a field has evolved in last 10 years, how important it has become, how the number of jobs, number of openings, and how different businesses have actually adopted data science as a use case. Then we will evaluate also like uh, how does the future looks like, what does it take to stick to data science as a career, and what is the career prospect from next 10 20 years, basically long term horizon kaisa dikhega aapka. That is what we will evaluate. And then probably we will uh, cover different things around what are the kind of skills required today to become a data science, what kind of technical skills, what is the curriculum, what you need to cover, what kind of projects you need to work on, what kind of interview questions and everything. So the overall idea will be to give you guys a quick summary of what to expect and what to do if you're planning to start a career today in the domain of data science. That is essentially what we'll be doing. And so, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Arshan Hassan, and I'm one of the co-founders at AlmaBetter. And prior to AlmaBetter, I was myself working as a data scientist. So I have like over 7 years of experience in this domain, in data science and related domain. And at AlmaBetter itself, on a daily basis, we see so many students effectively taking up interviews or applying for different jobs, right? And it's an almost an everyday thing. We have multiple hiring partners, so we do understand that what is going on in the industry, what kind of resume preparation is required, what kind of questions are asked, and how is the entire process itself evolving. So using that data, using all this recent experience that we are having, what I will try today is to amalgate or I will try to accumulate these experiences, and in a nutshell try to give you guys an exposure around how to start a career in data science in 2025. And this is very recent. The idea that I'm saying that it is very recent is because we see it happening on a daily basis, right? If in fact last week also there were multiple interviews of alma mater students that I was personally involved in. So it just happens to be the case that you guys will be able to get a good exposure out of things on how data science career is looking like. So, if you guys are seriously looking to evaluate a career in data science, then today's session is for you. Stick around with me for next 45 to 60 minutes. We will cover everything about data science as a career. The first part of the session, which I will be taking, which effectively will last 45 to 60 minutes, will will not be anything about Alma Better in specific, as in, I'll not go into the specifics of the Alma Better course, but I'll try to give you a perspective which is agnostic of any of Alma Better courses, right? So पहले मैं आपको बेसिकली वो बताना चाहूंगा कि कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है डेटा साइंस रोल के लिए, क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स होते हैं, कैसे ये फील्ड इवॉल्व किया एंड ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स, राइट? So if you're seriously evaluating a career, then stick on with me. You do will find this helpful. It will hardly take 45-60 minutes. And but after like 50-60 minutes, you will have a good idea of what to expect and what to do in the domain of data science today. Okay. After that, we'll have one admission counselor, one senior admission counselor joining us, who will specifically guide you around all the things that are required, or all the things that Alma Better offers in its course offerings, right? So आपके जितने भी course related questions हैं, what is the fee, how will the course work like, how much do we pay upfront, how कितना दिन में job लग जाएगा, कितने दिन का course है, क्या projects करेंगे, all the details and nitty gritties of Alma Better courses will be discussed in the later half of the session. Okay, so keep your all your doubts and everything related to the course for the later half of the session. Okay, now how the flow of the session will look like. So I will be sharing my screen and I will effectively be walking you through the entire masterclass, wherein I'll be covering all the topics that I just talked about. Every 5 to 10 minutes, I'll also be answering any questions that you guys are having. So in the chat section, right, that you probably must be seeing on your right hand side if you have joined from a desktop. So just put in your queries in this chat section. So every 5 to 10 minutes, I'll come back to the chat section and I will try to answer all your queries. Okay, so that's how the flow of the session will look like. So yeah, to those who have just joined in recently, let's all of us, let's do a quick round of introduction. I see like multiple people have joined in. So my name is Shan Hassan. I'm the co-founder at Alma Better, and I've joined in from Bangalore, guys. Live from Bangalore. This is a live session. Yes. So, guys, let's do a quick round of introduction. I would want you guys to write down in the chat box which city have you joined us in from, and what is your preferred mode of communication for this masterclass. Go ahead, guys. Please type in the chat box. Yes, guys. I would love that all of you, please, let's be a little interactive. Put all in the chat section. So we have Kirti from Tirupati. Hey Kirti, welcome to the session. Yes, guys, come on. Others, let's go on. Parnesh from Hyderabad, Sujita from Bhubaneswar. Hey guys, welcome to the session. Okay, guys. So yeah, let's just quickly begin with the session. We'll not waste much time. I think other people's are probably still joining in. So for those who have joined us new, please in the chat section, do a quick introduction. Let us know from which city have you joined us in from, and what is your preferred mode of communication for this masterclass? Is it English, Hindi? Okay, so I think for convenience, I think primarily I will be using English as the primary mode of communication. But I'll also probably use Hindi as and when required, just to give you guys the right flavor of things. So we'll start with today's session with the first thing, which is data science use cases across the industry, right? How it has evolved in last 10 years. So let's take the example of Meta, right? Let's start off with Meta, right? Meta के जो major products हैं, the major revenue drivers are Facebook and Instagram, right? And partially WhatsApp, but more than 90% revenue is the ads revenue that is coming from Facebook and uh, Facebook and Instagram, right? Now, if you see how is the ads revenue primarily getting generated, right? Or how does the entire ads model of Facebook and Instagram is very successful today is entirely because of news and ad feed personalization. सो आई थिंक ये बहुत ही कॉमन सी बात है एंड ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव प्रोबब्ली एक्सपीरियंस दिस कि जब आप इंस्टाग्राम पे ऐड चला जब इंस्टाग्राम पे यू बेसिकली वॉच थ्रू द रील्स और स्क्रॉल थ्रू द posts, right? You definitely must be seeing that the content that you see is very customized and personalized to you, right? What you see is probably something different than what your friend might be seeing at the same time at the same place, right? So this content personalization is nothing but recommendation models, which are ML based models working in the background to give you the kind of news and ad feed personalization, right? And अगर ये ML models काम नहीं कर रहे होते तो Instagram, Facebook would have not been able to hook the users as strongly as it is able to hook today, and show the right kind of ads so that the revenue of the merchants are also pretty optimized and they are able to target the right people in the right framework, right? So that is why data science as a use case is very important. Okay, for Facebook and for Meta, and in fact उनका 90% in revenue is dependent on data science use cases, right? Language translation, right? Today, Facebook and Instagram can instantaneously or in real time serve content in multiple language. In fact, in India itself, they support over 14 languages, right? They can. So suppose you post a content today on Instagram and you have a caption, right? Or probably you do a Facebook post, which is a textual post. The same content can be real time delivered to users in multiple language. So someone who is using Instagram probably in Telugu, Tamil, right? They will be able to access the content real time in that particular language, right? How is this happening? This is another use case of machine learning, right? Data science use cases where NLPs are being deployed and language translation models are working in the background to service to these people on a real time basis, right? अगर ये नहीं होता, अगर एमएल मॉडल्स नहीं होते और रियल टाइम पे ये ट्रांसलेशन नहीं हो रहा होता, सो इमेजिन हाउ डिफिकल्ट इट वुड हैव बीन फेसबुक टू enter deeper into the markets where English is not a primary mode of communication, right? So how Facebook and Instagram has been able to penetrate so deeper across the world, right? Across different geographies, different languages, different cultures, right? The reason is that they have AI powered data science use cases working in the background to facilitate that, right? So the reason that I'm telling you this is, right, कि just to emphasize on the fact कि आज के डेट में data science कितना important हो गया है. आज if Meta says that uh, I will cut down my data science team or I don't want my data science team to operate, then that is not going to possible. अभी से 10 साल पहले 15-20 साल पहले ऐसे यूज केसेस स्ट्रांग नहीं हुआ करते थे. डेटा साइंस यूज टू बी मोर लाइक एन R&D फील्ड कि हाँ देर इज अ रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट that is doing some kind of research, and probably only top companies like Google, Facebook used to have it, and not all startups or all everyday mid class companies used to have it. That is how it used to be before, right? बट अब क्या हो गया है कि नाउ डेटा साइंस यूज केसेस हैज मोर एंड मोर बिकम फंडामेंटल टू द बिजनेसेस, right? And it is no more an auxiliary function or an optional function to keep. अब आपको डेटा साइंस टीम रखनी पड़ती है बिकॉज दे आर critical to revenue today. If like I summarize it, it is critical to revenue today. तो डेटा साइंस अगर इतना क्रिटिकल हो गया है तो पीपल हु आर डूइंग डेटा साइंस और हु आर इन दैट फील्ड फ्रॉम अ लॉन्ग टर्म career proposition obviously will have more value in the system, right? And that is what has happened in 10 years. Data scientists as a profile, as a job profile, has increased its dominance in the entire industry. एंड सिर्फ फेसबुक का केस नहीं है, आप किसी भी कंपनी का एग्जांपल ले लो, एप्पल, राइट? एप्पल फेस आईडी टेक्नोलॉजी, नथिंग बट फेस पैटर्न, हैंड राइटिंग रिकॉग्निशन, ऐप लाइब्रेरी सजेशन, ट्रांसलेट ऐप, राइट, which is another advanced NLP model use cases to facilitate cross language translations, right? Today Apple again cannot operate with these by eliminating these data science use cases. These are critical to revenues. That is how it has evolved. अभी से 10 साल पहले, probably when we had the initial iPhones or the initial Macs, right? Data science was not a primary use case. Coding was, software development was, right? Because primarily everything was hard coded and you required good software developers. But data science was something which was not essential, as in not crucial to revenue. But gone are those days. Abhi wo काफी important. It is pretty important that data science as a use case is like core to the business revenue of companies like Meta and Apple. Like if I take more example, Google, for example, pick any product of Google, right? Google Photos, translates, ads, search, all of them are dependent on some or other use case of data science today. सो ये तो हो गई बड़ी कंपनीज की बात, राइट? लाइक गूगल, मेटा and Apple, how they are using it, right? Now if I talk about industries, like if I talk about e-commerce industries, Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart, Meesho, right? A lot of these industries have like a lot of these companies have grown in India. They were startups, and in 10-15 years became unicorns and are dominating players in the e-commerce industry today, right? But if you see, right, that how their journey has evolved, right? uh, if you move back 10-15 years, probably the pages on e-commerce website were very pretty static, right? They had a product listing and they were just listing those products, and the number of products available on the website was very limited, right? uh, and they used to just simply list it, right? But with time, the volume of products, the portfolio of products also increased, right? And data science as a use case started creeping in. So personalized product recommendation, as we see today, is a primary use case for all the e-commerce industries, right? And what is this? That nothing but recommendation models working in the background, analyzing customer behavior, browsing history, purchase history, to provide personalized product recommendation, right? So today, can you imagine that Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra can work without product recommendation? No, they cannot. Because if they do that, they will straight away start losing revenue, because all the competitors are doing that. So today, even new e-commerce players, right? If you start an e-commerce company today, then you also have to have product recommendation or a recommendation engine trained on your customer data and working on your website or whatever product you are having, right? It has become a fundamental use case. So data science teams are no longer just R&D teams. They are now crucial to revenue for all the companies, all the industries. Fraud detection का example आप ले लो, supply chain optimization, chatbot development, image and voice recognition. So even small and subtle features like 5 years before, you could say that the only way you could search for a product on Amazon was by typing it out, right? That I'm looking for a blue t-shirt, you can type it out, blue t-shirt, and search for all the products available, right, on Amazon. But today things have changed, right? You can effectively do a voice, right? You can just say instead of typing it out. So what is voice search? Voice search is nothing but your speech to text model working in the background, which is converting everything that you're saying into text and then powering the search, right? Image based searches have also come in, that you can click photo of a product and similar products on the e-commerce website will be shown to you, What is this? This is nothing but object recognition model working in the background, which recognizes all the objects that look similar to that particular object. So there are subtle features that have come in, which you probably think is just one small feature ki voice search isme kya hi ML lag raha hoga, but these are primary AI ML use cases that have been deployed and have been so well integrated into the ecosystem that it is no matter it is no matter an option or a matter of choice that I can keep a data science team or I cannot keep a data science team. Today, data science as a use case is fundamental to all the commerce requirements. And this is something that like is common sense. Like if you guys also go through the products and go through these charters, then you will get an understanding. OTT platforms, again, another industry use case, content recommendation, right? The content that I see on Netflix, right? Or the content recommendations that I see on Netflix is different than what you will see. In fact, recommendation engine has become so primary, right? That every company, every industry is having a recommendation engine working in the background, right? OTT platforms also have auto-generated thumbnails. Again, use case of speech to text model. Sorry, subtitle generation, which is another use case of speech to text models to generate subtitles across multiple languages, right? So that's it about the industry. Same thing in food tech, Swiggy, Zomato, product recommendation, restaurant recommendation, food recommendation. In fintech, right? In fintech also you have use cases around underwriting, right? The loan approval process takes 10 minutes. They will fetch in your SMS data, your credit score, your banking history, and within a matter of seconds, the model decides whether you are eligible for a loan or not, right? And this model is trained on so much of historic data that what kind of people will default and what kind of people will not default, and basis that they are doing profiling within a matter of seconds. That's how this industry has evolved. So this is about like what has happened till now, right? You how the industry has evolved in last 10 years. And I think I don't need to say it again, but you do understand, right? After going through different industries and getting a deeper insight into this, you do understand that uh, it is no more an auxiliary function, but it has deeply engrossed in the ecosystem. So abhi data science team is as equally important as probably marketing, sales, or any other functions. And data scientists, अभी से like अगर आप 10 साल पहले की बात करो तो probably data scientists used to work in silos and they used to have some R&D projects that they were working on, but that's not the case now, right? That's not the case now. Now the case is different. Today, data science teams are interacting with top management committees, business leaders. They are planning on how to ensure that there are use cases being built to service their customers, enhance their productivity, enhance the product offering itself, improve features from a product management perspective, right? So all of this is definitely happening. But this is about like what has happened till now and where does data science stands today. But next, what I would like to cover is like uh, how does this field look from next 10-15 years perspective. तो अभी तक जो हमने cover किया, that is effectively around how data science as a field has increased its dominance and how important it has become in last 10 years. But when you are going to make a decision today, like in 2024 or 2025, you want to start a career in data science, right? Then is it the right time to do that? Why? Because obviously you will want to evaluate that, uh, is this a bubble, right? Is it going to stay? Is it a permanent job? How next 10 years will look like, how the career progression will look like, how important will data science as a job prospect remain from next 10 years, next 20 years perspective. That is what you would want to evaluate if you are actually deciding to start a career today, because you would not want to go in a field, right, that becomes irrelevant 3 years later or 2 years later, and then you have to reskill up yourself and move into another domain. If you're planning to upskill yourself and move into a domain, then you will have to be sure that this domain is a domain that will increase and will move ahead, right? So in next segment we will effectively try to get idea around how the job outlook or the data science ecosystem as a whole will look like from a longer horizon in future. So we'll just take a 10-second pause, and then we will start off with this particular session. Okay, good to go, guys. So I think a few more people have joined in. Sai, hey Sai, hi. Mohammed Shahrukh from Mumbai. Welcome, Shahrukh, Sridhar, and Soa. Okay. Hi, Soa. Okay. Great, guys. Welcome all of you to the session. So, yes, in next part, we will try to cover that how the future looks like, whether it's the right bet to move to data science or not. Now when we discuss about future, right, when you go on the internet and try to search like that, is data science going to be a right field, is it not going to be a right field, you will find lot of articles that are biased either for it or against it, right? And whenever you are reviewing any article from a particular organization, and in fact from media houses, I would say top media houses also, they mostly have a personal agenda that they need to address to, and the article is mostly biased to fulfill that particular agenda, right? So whenever you're doing these kind of research, right, that how does the future of data science look like in India, or on a global level, I would say that avoid any articles or data points that are presented by any particular company, right? For example, if AlmaBetter has to write an article about or has to do a research and present it on the internet, right, that will data science as a field will evolve, then obviously it makes sense for us to say that yes, it will evolve, right? And it will only increase with time, because that is what our business model is, right? There are some other companies who will have some different agenda, and they will try to push the narrative otherwise. So avoid believing any company or any private ownership around this. So that's the reason that for today's session I have taken two examples. Okay, so for Indian outlook, that is to understand that what is the prediction for the Indian market, we will take reference from IBEF, which is India Brand Equity Foundation. So what is India Brand Equity Foundation? So I'll quickly share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see the IBF website. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can see the IBF website on your screens. Right. So what is IBF? So IBF is a trust established by Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, right? And I think IBF is a knowledge center for global investors, international policymakers, and world media seeking updated, accurate, and comprehensive information on the Indian economy, states, and sectors, right? IBF regularly tracks government announcements in policy, foreign investments, macroeconomic indicators, and business trends. Right. So again, IBF, as it is visible on your website, it is a non-profit organization, and it has nothing to do by creating any bias for any particular economy sector or industry sector. Right. And it is a trust which is established by Government of India itself, which is Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, right? So we will use IBF as a reference point. So the next page that I will share with you guys is the future of data science and AI in India. So this is an article published by IBF itself. Give me a thumbs up if you can see this article. Again, I think in the interest of time, I will not go through the details of the entire article, but what I will do is I will ping, or I will put the link for this article in the chat section. So whenever you have some time, right, and whenever you want to evaluate like uh, how is the Indian economy predicting itself in terms of data science and AI use cases, right? What is the government outlook on this? Feel free to go through this article for reference. What I will quickly do is I'll quickly just highlight some brief pointers. So the market for AI is expected to reach 7.8 billion by 2025 in India. And according to the State of the Education report, uh, AI will grow at a rate of 20% compounded growth rate, right? Now there are a lot of data points, and there is also a PDF at the end which you can download and go through it. In a nutshell, this article talks very positively. So experts have predicted that by 2020 there will be a 31.4% increase in jobs related to data science and mathematical science, mostly AI based, right? So this is the crux that I wanted to tell you guys, or the summary that I wanted to give you guys out of this article, that yes, in Indian economy, data science as a job field is going to stick for round, and it is one of the only fields where you will see an increasing trend in the number of jobs. So other fields like marketing, sales, operations, they have more or less saturated. The job increase is not predicted as high as 31.4%. Maybe they will increase marginally by 2 or 3%. With chat GPT and AI automation coming in, maybe you might even see reduction in some of the other fields in operations and all of those things. But the prediction is that for data science related roles, mostly there will be a 31.4% increase by 2030. So again, I'm not going through the details of the entire article. Feel free to go through it at your own perusal. But this is what primarily I wanted to share with you guys. Next, I will take uh, for global outlook, right? So Indian outlook आपको मैंने IBF के through बता दिया. For global outlook, we will look at US Bureau of Labor Statistics. So again, this is an official website of the United States government. Okay, I will ping this link also with you. Okay. Again, in the interest of time, I will not cover the entire thing, but I'll just quickly ping this link with you. So yeah, so if you go through this page, this again, the website US Bureau of Labor Statistics, so they have different occupations listed down over here, and for each occupation they have quick statistics, right? That what will be the median pay, entry level education, and all of those things, job outlook on how much it will grow. So if I go to job outlook section, right? So again, you can read through this, and you can again download the data and review it at your own perusal. But what I primarily want to highlight or summarize is effectively depicted in this particular graph that you see, right? That percent change in employment projected from 23 to 33, which is for next 10 years, how it is going to increase. So you see, data scientists are going to, the percent change in employment in data scientist related roles will be 36%, which means that this particular field will grow by 36%. Mathematical science occupations by 28%, total all occupations by 4%. So you see that how strong is the projection in data science related growths. And uh, why I used United States government's official website, because this more or less gives you a global perspective of how data science as a use case is moving across different geographies or the entire world. How will it adopt it? So this link, I'll again ping it on the chat, so that okay, I've already done that. So feel free to go through it to get an understanding of how the job outlook for data science and equivalent roles looks like from a 10-year horizon. Next 10 years, 20 years में क्या होगा, उसका आपको अगर एक tentative चाहिए, obviously no one knows future, right? But what we can do is that we can get understanding of what different organizations, government organizations, the surveys, the research are predicting, right? And then we have to take a conscious call basis those most favorable predictions, right? तो उसके हिसाब से आपको प्रिपेयर करना है. सो दीज आर द प्रेडिक्शंस एंड देन यू हैव टू अकॉर्डिंगली मूव एंड decide that whether you want to pick up data science as a career or not. So this is it till now. Now moving on to the next section. So अभी तक हमने कवर कर लिया कि why data science as a use case is important, what has happened in last 10 years, how crucial it has become from different companies, right? And then we effectively also covered, right, that how does the future look like? What is the prediction from Indian economy perspective and global economy perspective from next 10 years, 15 years horizon? ये दो चीजें हमने कवर कर रखी कि लास्ट 10 years में क्या हुआ है, नेक्स्ट 10 years में क्या होने वाला है, right? Now, if you are convinced, right, or if you think that probably you want to try data science as a career for yourself because this looks like a promising career from a long term horizon, right, then you have to also prepare yourself for this role, right? And what is the kind of skills and qualifications that you require to be able to start a career in data science in 2025 is what we will cover in the next section. ठीक है. ओके. सो पहली बात तो मैं बता दूं, जितना आई थिंक अगेन व्हेन आई स्टार्ट दिस सेक्शन आई वुड लाइक टू reiterate that how am I telling you that what is the required skills and qualifications that is required, right? Am I the right person to speak that, right? Okay, I'll say that probably I might not be the right person and I might be the right person. There can be debates on that, but I'm not saying that I'm the right or the perfect person to give you this understanding transparently, right? All I'm saying is that what I'm doing is I'm not giving any personal I'm not sharing any knowledge that is personal to me, right? What I'm doing is I'm just simply summarizing what we are seeing is happening in the domain of data science in jobs and interviews, right? Being associated with AlmaBetter fortunately makes me or keeps me in a position that I see what is happening in the industry. We have a network of hiring partners. We have students studying with us who give interviews on a daily basis. And in fact, I have data updated as recent as last week. That last week जो interviews हुए थे उनका क्या format था, क्या पूछा गया था, किस टाइप की चीजें आनी चाहिए to a student, right? And this is what effectively makes me able to be able to talk about this, that what is required to become a data scientist today. So again, in terms of qualification, top product companies prefer meritocracy over anything else. So a lot of companies today will have a well-defined structure, interview process that evaluates candidates, and it is mostly agnostic of the student's college or background. They will have a proper interview structure that is going to happen, right? In terms of skills, uh, I have categorized what kind of skills do you need to succeed as a data scientist today, and these skills holistically cover everything that you will need to do to become a data scientist, right? So तीन broad categories, तीन broad buckets में मैंने divide किया है: technical skills, projects, and soft skills, right? And over next 15 minutes we will try to go through each of them in detail and get an understanding of what it takes to become a data scientist. तो सबसे पहले आते हैं टेक्निकल स्किल्स पे, राइट? Right. So coming to technical skills. So now I have divided the technical skills into multiple sub buckets: programming skills, relational databases, data visualization, and statistics for ML. Right? ये चार skills जो आप देख रहे हो, programming skills, relational databases, data visualization, and statistics for ML. So once you have gained these skills, you are good enough to start or apply for entry level roles in the data science ecosystem, which is around data analyst, ML, data analyst, marketing analyst, business analyst. ये सारे roles के लिए आप eligible हो जाते हो. अगर आप क्या चार चीजें कर लेते हो या फिर क्या चार स्किल सेट्स एक्वायर कर लेते हो: प्रोग्रामिंग, relational databases, data visualization, and statistics for ML. Now, if I show you what these four skill sets mean in deeper context, okay? So this you can go again. I'll ping the link for this particular page also. So this is nothing but the dashboard of AlmaBetter, which is freely accessible for everyone. So if you go to the learn section, right? So the module one over here is effectively what I talked about, the first set of skill sets, which is programming skills, right? इसमें आपका फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड मॉड्यूल्स which is 2 months worth of coursework covers your first skill set, which is programming skills. इसमें आपका पूरा डिटेल्ड Python, object oriented programming, right? Numerical programming in Python, which involves your DSA, data wrangling libraries, data visualization libraries, so on and so forth, right? Next is module 3, which is relational databases, right? जिसमें आपका मैंने योर एसक्यूएल फंक्शंस, राइट? सो इफ यू आर बिकमिंग अ डेटा साइंटिस्ट और you're entering the data science ecosystem, you will be working on data. That is what the crux of things are like. So under having understanding of relational databases is very important, because these are the databases are effectively what store data for you, right? So what is SQL, how SQL joins work, how to write inbuilt functions, right? And everything. Next module, module 4, which is another 4 weeks of coursework, has data analysis using Excel, present like a pro with Tableau, mid-course assessment, right? So all of these effectively cover your data visualization tools, right? Which is your next skill sets. And module 5, which is applied statistics, जहाँ पे basically आपका mathematical part of data science starts, right? That that what is descriptive statistics, probability theories, distributions, continuous distributions, joint distributions, inferential statistics, right? All of these things start coming. So ये अगर आपने चार चीजें कर ली, programming skills, the first 5 modules that I showed you right now, and again I'll be sharing that link with you guys also, so that you can go through the details of what kind of skill sets you need to acquire. सो अगेन दिस इज नॉट सेंट्रिक टू अल्मा बेटर. आप कहीं से भी कर रहे हो, आपको ये सारे स्किल सेट्स अक्वायर करने पड़ेंगे, राइट? बिकॉज दिस इज द डिमांड इन द इंडस्ट्री, व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड टुडे. तो ये चार चीज आपने कर ली, जो मैंने आपको अभी व्हाट आई शोड यू ओवर हियर इन द फुल स्टैक डेटा साइंस कोर्स ऑफरिंग, राइट? देन यू आर गुड इनफ टू स्टार्ट अ करियर और गो फॉर एंट्री लेवल रोल्स इन डेटा साइंस, ऑब्वियसली फ्रॉम अ टेक्निकल स्किल्स पार्ट. इसके अलावा और क्या चाहिए होगा वो मैं कवर करूंगा, बट फ्रॉम अ टेक्निकल स्किल सेट एस्पेक्ट, दीज फर्स्ट 5 मॉड्यूल्स आर गुड इनफ. एंड अगर आपने ये सिक्स्थ मॉड्यूल कवर कर लिया, this is where you actually start learning about ML, right? That what is supervised learning, what is classification, what are decision trees, right? How do you train a model, what is feature engineering, right? Introduction to NLP, bagging, boosting, neural network, time series analysis, recommender systems, right? So this is the module wherein you get first hand experience of actually working on ML models, training models, and doing all of those things. So once you have done that, so programming skills, relational databases, data visualization, statistics for ML or ML machine learning, which is the last module that I showed you right now. Once you have completed all this, you are going to be fully eligible from a technical aspect for entry level data scientist roles, junior data scientist, associate data scientist. ऐसे roles के लिए आप eligible हो जाओगे, and you will start working for companies, training their models, working on some business problems and all of those things, right? So this is good enough for you to start a career in data science, what I showed you right now, right? ये सारी चीजें, module 1 to module 6. Now coming back to, you must be seeing there are three additional चीजें जो यहाँ पे मैंने लिख रखी हैं: advanced ML, deep learning and ML ops, right? So this effectively represents that if you want to, or if you have a career aspiration that is more long term from a perspective, right? And आप ऐसा देख रहे हो कि you just don't want to get into a data science role, but you also want to grow within that particular role. You want to switch, you want to in 1 or 2 years you want to switch, you want to move to top product companies, you want to move to advanced data science roles, right? जहाँ पे आप सीनियर डेटा साइंटिस्ट, चीफ डेटा साइंटिस्ट ऐसे रोल्स में प्रोग्रेस करने का देख रहे हो, और यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट प्रोग्रेसिंग इन नेक्स्ट 5 years 10 years horizon, then you need to have advanced understanding of technical concepts also, because the field has become very competitive, right? If you want to grow in this field, you no longer just can do it with the foundational level knowledge that you're having. Foundational level knowledge आपका cover हो रहा है यहाँ पे. These are what will cover your foundational level knowledge, but advanced concepts and advanced skill sets will be required from a long term career perspective. This foundation will be good enough for you to start a career, but this is what will actually make your career in the long term. Now, where to get these resources and understanding of what to do? So for that, you can go to the master's degree program. Okay, just go to the same. I hope you can see my screen. Just pardon me for my coughing. So yeah, so for the master's degree program, if you go over here, I'll again share this link with also with you. So now if you go to the specialization track, so all the content that you see over here, right? Productionization of ML systems, distributed machine learning, advanced machine learning, right? Which has all the advanced concept, introduction to deep learning, right? What is deep learning, deep neural networks, so on and so forth. Deep learning for computer vision, what is convolutional neural network, transfer learning, right? Face recognition, deep learning for NLP, right? Recurrent neural network, advanced large language modeling, right? This is such a hot topic today, right? Chat GPT, Gemini, all the LLM models are nothing but an outcome of training large language models, right? GPT is nothing but generative pre-trained transformers, which is an extension of large language modeling itself, right? So these advanced topics that you see over here is what I was talking about, is what you will need from a technical skill set perspective to be able to succeed succeed as a data science professional in the long term horizon. Okay, so again, I'll share this link with you also, so that you can go through the curriculum in detail to get an understanding of how the technical skill sets is required, right? Now the next most important thing is projects. uh, so projects का क्या relevance है? Why is projects required, right? So the अभी तक जो मैंने आपको दिखाया था technical skill sets, that you can go through the curriculum, you can watch the classes at Alma Better. Live classes also happens, you can attend live classes, complete the curriculum, right? वो सब आप कर सकते हो. But what will actually happen in interviews, when you go out for an interview, right? The interviewer doesn't know that आपने कहाँ से कोर्स किया है, क्या कोर्स किया है, क्या पढ़ा है, right? They are judging you basis what is written on your resume, and the questions that will be asked, the discussions, the technical rounds of interviews that will be taken will be basis what is there on your resume. And what will be on your resume? On your resume there will be projects, right? Real world projects that you will do. So आपने for example एक पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट पूरा कंप्लीट किया है, पढ़ा, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल, यू probably studied decision trees, right? And then you effectively trained a model using random forest or XGBoost, right? Depending on whatever the use case was. So random forest and XGBoost are two different decision tree based modeling techniques used in data science, in case you are not aware of it. But वो आपने अगर किया, if you have done that, right, and that is there on your resume, so that work that you have done will be there on your resume as a project, right? And in course of time you will have to do multiple such projects, right? और आपके resume में 3-4 projects तो होने चाहिए, which showcases that You have effectively transformed your learning into practical application, and these projects are what will be discussed in your interviews, right? If your resume doesn't have any data science project, it won't get shortlisted, right? And that is what I'm telling from experience, right? I'm again and again telling you ki aisa kuch nahi ki I'm just making up stories and telling you, right? All things that I'm stating in this particular masterclass is a factual outcome of the data that I am seeing every day by interacting with students, hiring partners, and working in the entire Alma Better ecosystem. Okay. So all of this is data backed. So आपके resume में तीन चार projects तो होने ही चाहिए, and these projects are what will be discussed upon, and questions in and around the concepts that you have done in this projects is what will be discussed in interviews. So data science is a vast field, right? बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें पूछी जा सकती हैं. The interviewer might know, be knowing a lot of things, right? You might be knowing a lot of things, but to have a meaningful discussion or to have a meaningful interview, the projects that you have mentioned on your resume will be discussed upon from a business perspective, that okay, what was the business impact of this project, what you were actually trying to do, and then from a technical perspective, that what model have you used, why did you use this model, what is XGBoost, what is random forest, right? Then questions, technical questions specific to the technical concept that you have used on that particular project. So ये importance है project का, right? And that's why I mentioned that in required skills and qualifications, doing projects is very mandatory. Now there are multiple ways जहाँ से आप projects कर सकते हो. आप real world projects पे काम कर लो, right? तो if I show you example of Alma Better, if I go back to the first page that I was showing you guys, right? तो यहाँ पे आप देखोगे that after every module there is a capstone project that needs to be completed. It is part of the curriculum, and this project is available publicly also. You guys can go through and so आपको दिखेगा हर मॉड्यूल के बाद, right? मॉड्यूल 1 मॉड्यूल 2 के बाद capstone project. In fact, after every module there is a capstone project. So if you select this project, यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा बहुत सारे रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स है, राइट? दैट यस बैंक का एक प्रॉब्लम है, नेटफ्लिक्स का अनसुपरवाइज मशीन लर्निंग का, जोमेटो का है, क्लासिफिकेशन प्रॉब्लम है, टाटा स्टील मशीन फेलियर प्रेडिक्शन, राइट? सो few इंडिगो का है, एयरलाइन पैसेंजर रेफरल प्रेडिक्शन, राइट? सो अ लॉट ऑफ रियल वर्ल्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स, राइट, which आर कमिंग डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कंपनीज, राइट? सो आप यहाँ पे जाके प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. पहले प्रोजेक्ट का आपको बिजनेस कॉन्टेक्स्ट मिल जाएगा कि व्हाट इज द बिजनेस कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोजेक्ट, राइट? डेटा फाइल, right? Then sample presentation video also you'll see, because a lot of students who have completed this project, they've also presented this video.
It means we represent only the 10
Why is presentation important? Because when you are presenting your project, you are also preparing for interview, right? That in interviews, how will you present your projects, and this also boosts your confidence, right? So this is part of the process, right? So Alma Better courses is not about just attending the lectures and live classes. It's more than that. It's like how the projects you do, what kind of work you do, so on and so forth. राइट. सो यहाँ पे काफी सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो आप करते हो, राइट? एंड इनफैक्ट इफ a student at Alma Better, by the time he or she completes the entire 6 modules, right, the foundational track, by the time that person has worked at least on 3 to 4 projects, which is mentioned on their resume, and all these projects are primarily projects that have come in from hiring partners, and there is a full-fledged evaluation mechanism. So these projects that you complete can then be submitted. So you can see that there is submit this project, you submit the project, and then the project is evaluated by industry veterans. So we have like a network of mentors and instructors who are working with us. And these people will then effectively evaluate these projects for you. And then you will give a get a verifiable project to put on your resume. Okay, this project is something that I did during my stint at Alma Better, and this project is verified and approved by an industry veteran. So that is how you put it on your resume. तो ये हो गई प्रोजेक्ट्स की बात. ओके. Projects is very important, no matter from wherever you do it, but you have to do it if you have to enter, uh, if you want to pursue basically, or want to get shortlisted for interviews. And you can expect that projects are what will be discussed about. जो भी projects आपने किया है उसके questions ही पूछे जाएंगे आपसे interviews में, right? So this is one way that I showed you that at Alma Better we have the projects. But again, as I told you, that it is not necessary that you are pursuing a course at Alma Better. Still, you can go and try these hands-on projects. Obviously, if you are not a student at Alma Better, then the evaluation and the verifiability of these projects will slightly be compromised. But otherwise, for a hands-on training purposes, it is pretty good. Apart from that, there are global projects available on GitHub. There are competitive platforms such as Kaggle, where you can go and work on different kind of problem statements and different kind of projects, right? But in a nutshell, project is very important if you want to start a career in data science in 2025 in today's context. Now, coming to the next point, give me a thumbs up, guys, if everything is all clear till now and you have understood everything that I've showed till now. Okay, so we'll move on to the next section, which is probably the last thing. हाँ, so this is around soft skills. अब जैसे कि मैंने आपको, if you remember, those who must have joined at the start of the session, I told you that how data science has become so important today. Today, data scientists are no more like an auxiliary function, R&D function working in silos. Today, data scientists interact with product teams, business teams, in fact, with CEOs, CXOs on what is happening, what is being deployed, right? And data scientists have today become very crucial to the organization, and they are no more just some R&D sort of department working in auxiliary functions, and probably not very primary to the business use case. That is no more the scenario. Data science today is very crucial, and in most of the companies, you will see that business leaders, product teams are closely interacting with data science teams, right? So as a result of that, what has happened that your soft skills needs to be very good, right? And today, if you want to succeed or enter into a career that basically pivots around data science, then having technical skills and projects are mandatory, but soft skills also are required. And I'll tell you why, राइट? आपको एनालिटिकल स्किल्स और स्ट्रक्चर्ड थिंकिंग एबिलिटीज क्यों चाहिए, राइट? सो व्हाट विल हैपन व्हेन यू एक्चुअली, फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आप कोई ई कॉमर्स कंपनी ज्वाइन करते हो और एनी प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी यू आर ज्वाइनिंग, राइट? So it will not happen that someone will come and say that, hey, listen, that this is the data set, this is the model that you need to train, so train a model, get this much accuracy and let us know. That is not going to happen. No one is coming and giving you a data set that you need to train on, right? As a person, you have to understand the business, that what is the business, what is this company doing, right? What are the kind of data available, what is the kind of customer data available, what is the kind of vendor data available, what is the kind of platform data available, right? And using all of that, then you have to also interact with business teams to understand, okay, what is the problem? We don't have a recommendation engine, or we do have a recommendation engine, or probably we need a different kind of recommendation engine. Just taking one example of recommendation engines, or big example ho sakta hai, right? That the product team comes up with a feature requirement that I want to enable voice based search, right? Or I want to enable my product or services to be offered in multiple languages. Multiple kind of use cases can come in. Right? So having a core business understanding, right, that what business is doing, what kind of data is available, so it is you who will have to define the problem statement from a data science use case. Business teams will come and tell you broadly that what is the problem, what we need to solve, but translating that problem into a data science problem, which means that what data sets will you use, how will in your model, what will happen, all of that will be done by you. And only when you have like good structured thinking abilities, right, whether you have good business understanding, you have good analytical skills, then only you'll be able to do that. So that is why today a lot of companies evaluate students on analytical skills and structured thinking abilities also, right? So these two are important components. Business communication, why is it important, राइट? तो जैसा कि इसका तो बहुत ही सिंपल रीजन है कि आप बेसिकली टॉप बिजनेस टीम्स, बिजनेस लीडर्स, सीएक्सओ, सीईओ से इंटरेक्ट कर रहे होगे, राइट? So it is very important that you have a good business communication skill, because you are not just going to sit down and code in your computer. You are also going to interact with multiple teams across multiple functions. So that is why it is pretty important. So ये हो गई सॉफ्ट स्किल्स की बात कि why soft skills is important. अब आते हैं इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस पे कि आप 2024 में अगर अभी से 4 महीने, 6 months, 4 months डाउन द लाइन, इफ यू आर गिविंग एन इंटरव्यू फॉर अ डेटा साइंस रोल, what is the kind of process that you can expect? Again, this can vary from company to company, right? What I have done over here is I have tried to summarize the overall flow of interview process that we are seeing happening across multiple companies. There can be deviations. Some company might skip one process or one step or add another step. All of that is possible. But in a nutshell, what I'm trying to give you depicted on the screen right now is a standard interview approach that we are seeing basis the data points that we have as a result of our students going out and interviewing at different companies today. So generally the process starts with application, which is the first step. या तो आप recruiting platform पे जाके डाल सकते हो, या फिर uh, if like you're studying at AlmaBetter, then the AlmaBetter's placement team will help you get a few interviews, because we have a network of hiring partners that we have created along in last 3-4 years. So वो आपको मिल जाएगा. So generally, the first round is the HR interview round, and this is more like a formal getting to know the candidate round, right? You will be asked questions around your work experience, educational qualification, few behavioral questions to check whether you are the right fit for the role or not. Okay, that is the primary construct of HR interview round. Next, we see phone interview round. Now, this is something that we don't see across all the companies. Some companies do have a phone interview round. Some companies directly move to the step four, which I will talk about later. But if there is a phone interview round, it will last from 30 to 45 minutes. And there can be basic screening questions around technical topics, which might include some basic coding problems also, right? ये बहुत ही बेसिक लेवल पे चेक किया जाएगा कि आपने जो प्रोजेक्ट्स लिख रखा है रिज्यूमे में, you actually have an idea of that, you are actually the person who you have shown on resume, just to screen and filter that you are the right person and it's not a fake person who is just copied resume from somewhere and have applied for the job, right? So that is the crux behind having a phone interview. After this comes the step 4, which is the most important part, which is on-site interviews. Now there are two different ways that we have seen this happening. So there are some companies that will call you in their office, at their office, and within a day itself, right? Same day itself, they will conduct 3 to 6 round of interviews and they will tell you the results at the end of the day itself. On the other hand, there are some companies that will probably not call you to their offline space, but will schedule these 3-4 interviews over a period of 1 or 2 weeks, or probably maximum 3 weeks in some cases, depending on how urgent the requirement is, right? Now, this is the most important part of the entire interview process, right? These 4 to 6 rounds will have technical rounds. Again, technical rounds, you can expect that the questions will be around your projects. Again and again, I'm emphasizing that आप जो projects लिखोगे, जिन projects पे आपने काम कर रखा होगा, those projects are what will be the topic of discussion. You'll have to explain the projects, the business the construct, the technical concepts, and you can expect counter questions, deeper technical questions around the technical concepts that you have used around those projects that you have written on your resume, right? Expect that there will be round specific dedicated rounds around coding problems. Again, expect that there will be business related rounds around case studies to check the business acumen skills. As I mentioned, right, why having business skill sets is required, because you are not only going to train the model, but you're also going to understand the business problem, what business the company is doing, and then translate that business problem into a data science problem. So this will be the kind of interviews that you can expect in step 4, right? Either on-site manner or online virtual manner, right? Now this is the most important step. ये आपने कर लिया, तो you are good, you are sorted. The next step is offer letter negotiation, or an HR round as they call it, जहाँ पे basically more like a formality, nothing much changes. 99% of the cases, if you have cleared till step 4, step 5 also falls in place. Okay. दैट्स इट. यहाँ पे थोड़ा आपका हेल्प हो जाता है अगर आपने प्रोबेबली जैसे मास्टर्स डिग्री कर रखा है, सो यू हैव लाइक एन legit master's degree coming in from European university, right? Then you can do better offer letter negotiation, and in fact the HR also will probably kind of the pay scale that they will offer will be slightly higher as compared to regular student, because you have an additional accreditation on your resume, which is a full-fledged master's degree program in data science. So those things create a little bit difference, but this is how the entire interview process looks like. Sample interview questions. Again, as I told you, data science is a very vast field. I cannot create an exhaustive list of questions कि ये सारे questions ही पूछे जाएंगे. The questions that will be asked will be 90% of the times it will be centered around your resume, what kind of work you have done, what kind of understanding you have, right? And उसके deeper second level, third level questions आप expect कर सकते हो. Case study questions again. Product case studies, data analytics case studies, business case questions, इस type के questions आपको पूछे जा सकते हैं, which again you can prepare. A lot of open sources are there to prepare for case studies. At AlmaBetter also there are a lot of open sources available for preparing for case studies, right? So case studies are generally very open ended. It is not that you can it's not a technical concept that आपको पता है तो आप जाके बता दोगे. Open ended होता है. Depending on how the business case study they present, you have to spontaneously think of on it, and they effectively see your logical thinking abilities, your rationality, how good business acumen you are having, and all of those things. So that's it, guys. That's it. I think we have like covered it in like 60 minutes. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Uh, so just to summarize it again, we first covered that how last 10 years has been in field of data science, what the looks like. I have given you links of IBF and States of America government's websites, right, to give you a global outlook. Then we discussed upon what kind of skills and qualifications are required, what kind of technical skills you need to start a job immediately, and what kind of technical skills you need to basically effectively have a good career in the domain of data science from a long run perspective, right? Then we effectively discussed about the projects part, why projects is important, how to do projects, how to put it on your resume, and finally around the soft skills and the interview process. So I hope the rationale behind today's master class was to help budding data scientists or people who are still unsure, right, that whether they want to start a career in data science and whether they should opt for upskilling in data science or not. So today's master class was to give you guys a perspective, and not just uh, not just stories made up by me, but facts. All the things that I have said today in today's masterclass is factually backed by the data that I'm seeing on an everyday basis. I have been telling this again and again, that I'm not just making up anything from my end. Everything that I have tried to give you today is more like a summary of all the facts that and all the data that we are going through on a daily basis. So I'm assuming that this will be really helpful for you guys. It will help you make the right decisions for you from a long term career. It's your career, it's going to be long. Obviously, some people might think that this is hard and this is probably not for me, but everyone started at some point of time. If you go to Alma Better's LinkedIn page, you will see that someone or other has got placed, right? That person attended a similar masterclass probably 6 months before, and today he or she has a job. So it's a matter of commitment. Obviously, you will have to put your hard work. It is not going to be that आपने कहीं से भी कुछ भी कोर्स कर लिया और आपको जॉब लग जाएगा. No course is going to give you a job, but your hard work and your effort that you put in that course to upskill yourself as a person is what will get you a job. You yourself will get you a job, and no other institute or just joining an institute or an upskilling program can't get you a job. So आप evaluate कर लीजिए, go through the that I've provided, get an understanding of what you need to study, go through detailed understanding, and there are a lot of curriculum that is freely available. You'll get an initial idea of what you will be studying, what you are betting in for. So evaluate that and make the right decision for yourself. And I wish all of you the best of luck, right? 2024, we are almost closing in. It's almost November, just one more month left. I hope that 2025 is the year that you guys actually do the best for yourself in terms of your career outcomes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all your time. I hope this session was helpful. In case you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn also. Okay, I'll just share my profile on LinkedIn. Sorry, I'll just share my LinkedIn profile with you guys. Feel free to connect with me. Feel free to ping me if you have any doubts, any questions. Again, no matter whether you are joining Alma Better or not, I would love to help you guys and give whatever insights I might be having, so that you can do the best possible or get the best possible outcomes for yourself. So that's it from my side. Next half an hour, we will have Navneet from the admission counseling team, right? So Navneet is a senior admission counselor, and he will effectively answer all your queries regarding the course at Alma Better. What is the fee structure, course duration, how to enroll, what do you get, what is the job timeline, everything, right? What kind of project? So he will effectively walk you through all the details of the Alma Better's specific course offering around data science. What is difference between full stack data science course and the master's degree? In master's degree, what do you get additionally? So all of that will be covered by Navneet. So Navneet, I think you can take it over from here. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you all of you. Have a great year ahead, and I wish all of you the very best for your future. Okay, thank you guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Arshan. Hey guys, very good afternoon. I believe you all had a great session with Arshan and got a great insight about how exactly this field gonna be effective for you guys and how exactly you're gonna enter into this field and reach to the destination you are looking forward for, right? So why I have joined after this particular session is just to give you a clear insight what exactly is about Alma Better and why to choose Alma Better. Because at this point of time, as you already got to know, right, if you're searching for data science, you can find out 100 200 platforms available in the country providing you upskillment, but at the end of the day, if you are looking for a proper structured pathway, a platform with a better result in the past, a platform with a good collaboration, and at same point of time a platform which can endless supporting you till the time you're not getting that particular satisfaction which you're looking for, that is where the destination is about, is more possible, right? Now exactly I will be sharing my screen, just give me a moment. Till then, if you have any kind of question, any kind of doubt related about us, you can ask me right away in the chat box. I will be sharing my screen in a bit. Is my screen visible, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Great, great. So first of all, welcome to the masterclass event. I believe you all had a great experience here with one of our co-founder, Mr. Arshan Hassan. And I will be just giving you a brief insight what exactly AlmaBetter is, right? So we are a platform founded by five friends. five co-founders whom we have, in which CEO is Mr. Shivam Datta. Other than that, we have Mr. Vikas Srivastava, Mr. Alok Anand, Mr. Arshan Hassan, and also Mr. Ravi Gupta. Right, all of them are handling different scenarios and different responsibilities over here. So about AlmaBetter, we are a community first learning platform. Now, what exactly is community first learning platform? If we can go back to in our college days, right? If we can go back to in our school days, right? What we exactly used to do? We used to do group learning. Whenever we do not know something, but we are doing a group learning, we get used to know basically the things which we are not aware of by interacting with our friends, right? When we are doing a project collectively in a particular group, there we get to know new things. There we used to solve different problems. That's what exactly we also do here in the same manner. We study, make you study in the groups, the batches which you get assigned to learn and get motivated with each other. You will be doing project in teams to learn, to adapt in a cross-functional environment. And accordingly, like the alumni channel which we have, we help you to get network with the industry professionals, mentors, and alumni, through which you can get referrals and also utilize our placement resources which we have. Normally, we conduct this program with a complete placement assurance, but at the end of the day, to get ready for jobs, you need multiple networking in the IT industry. So that we exactly provide over here. And at same point of time, why AlmaBetter? Now, this is the most important question which needs to be cleared upon. The very first thing is the industry relevant curriculum. Normally, what happens, curriculum to data science is available everywhere, even free on YouTube as well, right? But at the end of the day, you need to understand that what exactly industry is demanding, whether the things you're learning is required in the industry or not, whether you are utilizing your time in a perfect manner or not. At the end of the day, not the hard work but the smart work actually matters a lot, right? So industry relevant curriculum covering topics from basic to advanced level, that is what we follow. I believe if you guys might remember, Ashan has shown you a proper curriculum which we do follow in the certification as well as the master's degree program, right? That's how we exactly go on. Every particular classes are live with lifetime access to recorded lectures. What exactly happens, you can find most of the platform who revoke the access once you complete the program, but will not do that. Later on, whenever you will be getting an opportunity when you join the company, if you require a bit guidance on some basic aspects, you can again move to our dashboard which you have access of and access everything, right? Moreover, that when it comes to projects, right, to give you an industry insight, as mentioned, as shown to you in the session itself, 20 plus caption projects you will be covering along with 1,000 plus coding problem and assessments, right? To make you perfect, to make you ready for the industry, not exactly entering the industry is the primary goal, also to sustain in the industry and get a direct growth as well, right? That is what we focus on. You will see the track record of AlmaBetter. Whenever a candidate is getting placed through AlmaBetter in any of our hiring partner companies, they get very good quick promotions. Why is it so? Because the kind of value they add up to the table, the kind of upskillment they have gone through, and the kind of guidance they have got. This is what collectively make them a growing professional, and same point of time standing out of the crowd profile. That kind of profile we do build up over here. Moreover, that when you get doubts, right, in the live session, faculties are always there to solve your doubts. But the important challenge is nowadays, no other platform provide you doubts outside of class hours, right? You need to raise a ticket, you need to drop an email, you need to reach out to someone. Here at AlmaBetter, we do not have anything like that. We have one-on-one daily doubt resolution session along with mentor session as well. Daily doubt resolution means you will find someone available in a table, particularly assigned to you, which we call as teaching assistant. On a one-on-one video call, you get the doubt resolution, and they remain available from Monday to Saturday every day. And moreover, that mentors are someone who will be guiding you from the industry with more than 6 years of experience, and that guidance will effectively come into practice under your presence of that particular mentor, which will make you ready for the industry itself, right? Moreover, that once you complete the program, there is a kind of dedicated career coach which you will get to make you ready for the placements. 50 plus mock interviews you would be getting before aligning your main interview, so that before appearing for a particular interview, you would be clear to every single thing, what exactly you can be asked upon and what exactly you can expect in the interview round. And also, at the end of the day, 100% job guarantee is there with 700 plus hiring partners whom we have on board. So 100% job guarantee doesn't mean that you paid for the program and everything we will do. It's not like that. Don't take it in a wrong way. A commitment from your side, a dedication from your side will actually land your job, because at the end of the day, you will be the one who will be appearing for the interview. It's not like we will be appearing on your behalf. So there are some criteria, there are some conditions. We will be aligning your interviews. We will be taking the responsibility to prepare you. We will be preparing your portfolio and we will upskill you. At the end of the day, you also need to put up a contribution from your side where you are accessing all those things and completing every single thing on the point. That's how exactly the things goes on. If things are matching in both the ways, the outcome exactly comes in same manner which you are expecting of. Normally, learning activities over here you can see for technical skills, we follow live lectures, lab experiments, project and assignments, group discussions, which we discussed earlier. For motivation and industry exposure, one-on-one mentorship, guest lectures from professors of IIT Guwahati. We have collaborations with IIT Guwahati and Microsoft. So you get some, guest lectures from there, community participation. Alma X is the career service program which we have where we guarantee you the placement. So there basically you get to know about what are the competency challenges are. Now, when we mention that 700 plus companies are hiring from us, these are the top known organizations who do regular hiring. You can check on LinkedIn page as well of AlmaBetter how exactly the hirings are going on. Amazon, Uber, Novartis, Myntra, Vedantu, United Lex. These are one of the top organizations who actually hire us on a regular basis. Now, salary distribution of AlmaBetter graduates. Now, this is the most important pointer because you guys would be having in your mind going on like what can be the package range, right? Now, this is for freshers completely. So, very basic thing is like minimum is 5 LPA. Now, in between 5 to 7, 19% of candidates do get placed. 7 to 8 LPA, 29%. Highest is among the 8 to 9 bracket. Normally, average pay of placement package revolves around 8 to 12 LPA for the graduates of AlmaBetter, right? Even if you're getting a package of 5 or 6 LPA, no need to worry on that because we're gonna be aligning your interviews accordingly, right? So that you can crack multiple offers and then negotiate on the salary part and get the best way possible out of it, right? Now, very much curious to know who exactly your mentors or instructors will be. Here is the solution on your page. If you can see my screen right away, Rachit Jain, a data scientist from BG, Ravi Ranjan, a data scientist from Publicis Sapient, Shayande, data science consultant at Walmart. This will be your instructors who will be guiding you accordingly in the process of your preparation and upskillment. You will be getting guidance from such kind of profiles and portfolios who are already into the same field from a year and year long time period and are in a particular leadership roles where they exactly know how the industry is operating, right? And getting a guidance from this particular mentors and faculties is exactly a dream to be coming true, right? So these are the known renowned faculties and mentors whom we have on board. Apart from that, these are some success stories which you can find directly over LinkedIn as well, right? Where you can get a real-time placement track record. Student dashboard walkthrough you have already gone through, right? Moreover that I will share my personal number with you guys so that also you can ping me over my WhatsApp if you want to know more about the program, because right now we are also running a campaign as well where exactly we are giving some flexibilities in terms of the enrollment, right? I will be sharing my screen with the particular campaign so that you guys get to know exactly what the campaign which we are running and how exactly it will give you great flexibility in terms of the enrollment part. So, any questions till now, guys? Any doubt you have? Anything you want to ask? Feel free to ping me on the chat box. Any questions? Any doubts? Yes, no, maybe. Do we have everyone present over here? I will be sharing with you guys the exact program, right? Is my screen visible to all of you? Yes, course structure fees, that is what exactly I am sharing right now. Is it visible, Sridhar? Just want to confirm my screen is visible to the course structure page or not. Great. Great. So this is the course which we have. The very first program is certification in data science. If you are someone who is a complete fresher looking to enter into the industry and grab the role as soon as possible, this is the best program which we have. How exactly the enrollment happens? We have two plans, Iconic and Premium. I will just break it out for you what the difference in between both the plan is. So basically, if you're enrolling for the Iconic plan, the fee is 75,000 rupees plus GST, making it 88,500, where you will get AlmaBetter plus IIT Guwahati benefits. Now, what IIT Guwahati benefit is? IIT Guwahati is one of the renowned universities which has collaborated with us, right? And same point of time, yeah, Sujit, you have one question. You can directly ask me over the chat box. No issues. You can directly ask the question right away in the chat box. I'm taking it on real time. So yeah, iconic plan, basically you would be getting benefits from IIT Guwahati, like certification will directly come up from there. Moreover that, you would be also getting guest lectures from IIT Guwahati professors. And the third important flexibility and benefit is you will be getting 2 days of campus visit allowance to IIT Guwahati. So Shredhar, this is the AI/ML program, right? After that, I will show you the master's degree in AI/ML, right? So just stick with us. I will just clear it out for you. So iconic plan is about the IIT Guwahati benefit. If you are okay with the premium plan, the fee is 50,000 rupees plus GST, making it 59,000, where you will get AlmaBetter plus Microsoft benefit. So Microsoft is one of our collaborations as well, where exactly we provide a certification from there, and accordingly the things go ahead, right? There is no difference at all between both the programs. The only difference is in the benefit on certification part. That is. So Jita is asking one question: if there are development in the DS course, will we be taught that too? Yes, definitely. If there are developments, you will be taught that as well. There is no need to worry on that part. That depends whether you are an enrolled one or not. So yeah, these are the two plans which we have for the enrollment in certification program. This tuition fees needs to be paid upfrontly, whatever plan you are choosing, and we have no cost EMI options available. Whatever program, whatever plan you are choosing from here, you will be entering into the foundation track. This will be similar for whatever plan you are choosing. 6 month, all the modules, project, assignment, mentorship, career guidance, everything you will get, right? Once you complete this foundation track, in this time you would be getting placement assistance. It's not like placement assistant will not be there. Alma X, I will be explaining right now. So basically, let me share you what Alma X is. So over here in our platform, there are two instances: placement support and placement guarantee, right? If you want placement guarantee, you need to opt for Alma X. If you do not want placement guarantee, you want placement support only, you would be getting referrals, you would be getting like access to job portal, you would be getting career guidance from our side. It's not like we will skip you. We will be keeping you in loop in everything, right? But if you want something concrete where the assurance would be there, Alma X is the placement program which we have. To enter into Alma X, you need to complete the foundation track. Then you will be appearing for an admissions test, which is the AB CAT admissions test, where you need to score at least 60%, and total 5 attempts will be given to you. Once you clear the test, then exactly you will be entering into the preparation of your interviews. Now here we take the responsibility. Why we call as placement guarantee? Because we are taking the responsibility of creating your resume, giving you a dedicated career coach, prepare you on business communication, mock interviews, placement cell to align your interviews also get assigned to you. Every single thing will be done from our side. If you're opting for placement support, whatever referrals you would be getting, you need to apply from your side. Job portal access, you need to apply from your side. Assistance will be there, right? But in placement guarantee, whatever things will be required will be done from our end. And we will also gonna place you in top companies with a minimum package of 5 LPA. Average revolves around 8 to 12 LPA. Highest got offered was 33 LPA, right? Now this Alma X, if you're opting for this placement guarantee program, once you get placed in this package, this program also has a charges associated to it. So basically, whatever the fees for this career service program is, that will be pay after placement. We do not take it upfront. So you're not required to pay this pay after placement charges before placement. Once you get placed, then only you need to pay. But if you're not opting for this placement guarantee, you're not required to pay anything to us. Placement assistance and support will be there, right? Referrals, job portal access will be given to you for lifetime, so that you can get access to it, right? But if you're opting for this placement guarantee program, and once you're getting placed, if you are a part of Iconic plan, you will be charged 10,000 rupees per month from your salary for 15 months. That is 1.5 lakh, right? And if you're a part of premium plan, 10,000 rupees per month will be charged for 22 months. There is a difference, right? The tuition fees was on the lower side, but the career service program fees is on the higher side. That is the difference. So if you're a part of Iconic plan, 10,000 rupees per month for 15 months. If you're a part of premium plan, 10,000 rupees per month for 22 months. This is only and only if you're opting for Alma X, if you're opting for the placement guarantee service. If you're not opting for it, there are no additional charges. only the tuition fees. But right now, we are just running a campaign which is still going on. We have few 7 to 8 slots left, right? The person reaching out on a first come first serve basis will be getting this opportunity. In this campaign, we are revoking the placement charges completely. You will be enrolling right away. Not right away right now. Basically, we have 7 to 8 slots left. Either by today or by tomorrow, it will get filled up by tomorrow 3 p.m. So if you can see on my screen, right? So I have just presented my screen to the page of the campaign particularly. Just confirm me once if it's visible to you guys. Yes, no, maybe. The campaign page is visible to you. Just confirm me once so that I can explain it properly to you guys, because it's quite relevant, because it's quite flexible and quite affordable. It will make the program affordable to you if you feel like that it is out of the budget. So normally what is happening in this careers, campaign, like we are waiving off the 100% placement charges. So there will be no placement charge, only the tuition fees you will be paying out. That's it. So here you can see this campaign is only applicable for the iconic plan in data science and also the master's degree in machine learning and AI, right? Which plan type and course is it valid for? As you can see, iconic program under the full stack data science and AI course, iconic program in full stack web development program, and master's degree in computer science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. How it works: you need to enroll. Upon enrollment, the team will send you an official letter specifying that you will have zero liability of the career service fee. You get all the benefits of the placement module without signing an income sharing agreement. Normally, when you enroll for the Alma X, you need to sign an ISA as well, so that you can share your part of the salary, 10,000 rupees per month with us for 15 months. But here you are not limited. You are not limited to sign it. You are not liable to sign it. That's how it is different. So if you are open for it, do ping me on my WhatsApp. I have shared my number with you guys on the chat box. I have pinned it up. You can reach out to me directly to get the access to this form and fill it right away. And also basically, like, the normal enrollment is still open, right? So if you want to enroll normally, you can take your time and enroll normally and pay the additional charges as well. Also in this particular benefit, you will also get some relaxation in the tuition fees as well. It's not like the tuition fees will be similar for you, 75,000 plus GST. There we are also giving some relaxations, right? So that we want to make this program affordable for you guys, for selected oriented persons, not for everyone, right? So if you have taken out your time for 1 hour, 2 hours and attending this masterclass session and attending this session, this actually helps us to know what exactly the vision you guys have. Really great to see this kind of vision among you. Now talking about the next program is the Masters in Data Science and AI. So basically, we conduct this program in collaboration with Wolf University of Europe. This is a 12 months long program, a 1 year program, where the first 6 months will be similar to the certification phase. Next 6 months will be on the advanced data science and also the master's thesis project. The enrollment in this master's course is 2,80,000 plus GST, means 3.3 lakh, including the placement charges. So in the master's program, we do not have any pay after placement thing, right? Including the placement charges, it is 2.8 lakh plus GST. But if we are enrolling in the campaign which we are running right now, 1 lakh rupees is the placement charge that will be waived off. Here in the master's program, 1 lakh rupees is the placement charges, raised to all other tuition fees and your degree charges. So for you, it will be 1.8 lakh plus GST, right? That will be the exact enrollment fees which you need to pay upfrontly. Whether you can opt for EMIs, no cost EMIs, everything we have. You will be getting master's degree from Wolf University, acceptable in 60 plus countries, including US, UK, Canada, and India also. Also, you will be getting all the IIT Guwahati, AlmaBetter plus Microsoft benefits. All the certifications will be given to you. What the track will look like, the first 6 months will be similar, what was there in certification. The next 6 months will be different, but it's not like you need to wait for 12 months to get a job. From the 6 months itself, you would be appearing for interviews and all, and you would be having interviews lined up apparently when the program is going on. That's how it works. As soon as you complete the 6 months, you will be available for interview rounds and everything, where our team will be aligning every single thing for you, right? You only need to focus on the program and focus on your preparation. That's the thing. The rest all things will be taken care by us. The average package for a master's degree program candidate is 15 LPA. Highest got offered was 49 LPA, right? and there is no pay after placement thing, right? Everything we are taking it upfrontly. And if you're enrolling in the campaign which I have shown you guys over the screen share, particularly we are running a campaign where hardly 7 to 8 slots are left, which we are fulfilling right now by selecting some dedicated professionals who are willing to go ahead very seriously with the program to avail the benefit of paying no career service fee. There will be no placement charges. Only the tuition fees will be applicable. And there also we are providing some relaxation if you are upfrontly reaching out to us, right? And it's on the first come first serve basis, not available for every single time, right? So this is what the program which we have. Any questions, any doubt, guys? These are some success stories which we have: non-technical background candidates, gap years candidate, freshers who joined us and got an opportunity from the very first note, experienced professionals coming from different backgrounds. So lots of profiles are there. Basically, like, as you guys have access to the internet nowadays, you guys have access to the platform like LinkedIn nowadays. You can directly search for AlmaBetter on the LinkedIn page. You will find us. You will see the posts. You can see the daily basis placement. You can track everything over there, right? That's how the thing exactly is going on. If any question or any doubt is left, do let me know in the chat box, guys. We will be wrapping up this session in the coming 2 minutes. And I have shared my personal number with you guys over the chat box. I have pinned it up right in the top. You can see on your screen. Do reach me out on WhatsApp if you are interested in this particular campaign which we are running right now, with zero career service fees and relaxation in tuition fees also, right? Whether you are interested to join the certification, whether you are interested to join the master's program, do reach me out. Accordingly, we will connect. We will discuss about your profile, and we will get the things done, right? Any questions? Any doubt, guys? Yes, no, maybe. So I believe we are covered up with everything, right? It was great having audience like you, and I have shared my number as I mentioned earlier. Do reach me out if you are interested for the same. Accordingly, we will connect and we will take the things ahead. Signing off for today, guys. It was great having you on board in this particular masterclass session, and we will look forward to get some positive profiles from here itself, and also to love to see some success stories going ahead, right? So you can reach me out directly, as mentioned earlier. And moreover that, looking forward for your responses, guys. Have a wonderful day. Signing off.